Hi, my name is Yesterday from White Wolf. Today we're going to talk about predicting the future and then, namely, death. So let's begin. There are two groups that I will discuss in this video about predicting death. The first group is the one who want to predict that, and then the second group is the one who just know it suddenly, even though they didn't ask for it. So you can think of in a tarot reading or with your pendulum or in a dream or just that you heard a voice in your head that's predicting a death, and yeah, it can be from a friend or yourself or an animal. That's the second group. Let's begin with that second group. What's the lesson? Because it all always comes down to lessons. Lesson often is that you have to learn how to get along with predicting the future and heavy things, because it can get lonely and you don't understand everything, and sometimes the future you see comes true and sometimes not, and what's with that. So there's a whole lesson with that. And then let's go to how do you know what to do with the prediction. Well, of course you can adjust your life if you see that prediction, or you can take care of someone more. Sometimes then the prediction doesn't come true, and sometimes it will still come true, and then it was to help you with the grief already, or to help you understand your gift more because you have one. Maybe you didn't ask for it, but it is how it is. But the interesting thing is, what if the future you see or heard or doesn't come true? Well, I'm going to tell you with a story that I heard and witnessed. So, one time I knew this man and he did a future hypnosis, and then he asked for like finances and how that will be in the hypnosis. And he even heard when that he will end up in the hospital, let's say at the end of that year. And it scared him, and he didn't know why he saw that. He just did not understand that at all. Okay, so then what happened? He got scared. Why did he get this prediction? Should he already make plans to take some time off work, or prepare for the time he's going to miss, or should he write a testament? Yeah, I'm laughing now because I know how the prediction has ended. And so, how did it end? Somehow, the prediction, you can never unsee things. So, at the end of the video, I will tell you not to predict a future because you cannot unsee the death, you cannot unhear that. So, he constantly walked around with that thought and prediction, and the prediction will take place soon if it will happen. So, then, one time before the end date, he went clubbing and he was having a good time. And then suddenly he noticed that he didn't pay attention to his drink the whole evening. And a part of him was like, I'm going to drink that anyway, it's good. And then one part remembered the prediction of the hospital, and he ended up not drinking that drink. We both know if that was the clue of the prediction, but he never ended up in the hospital. So, of course, his future prediction could have been symbolic. Maybe the hospital stood for a new start, or taking care of yourself or something, or someone else would have ended up there. But if it was a true prediction, which I assume and feel within this story, he just changed his future. So that's nice, and it's a story I will never forget. I believe it. Yes, of course, it could have been so many other things why it hasn't come true. I don't believe that he was wrong by 1 year, that it will happen next year. It didn't feel like that. And that's also what I'm trying to tell you. If you have these kinds of predictions somehow, how does it feel? So you dream about it or you see it in a future hypnosis or something, but how does it feel? Do you recognize the feeling? Is this something that will come true, or is this just something that you saw for no reason, or did you dream about a past life or something? So never just assume with one ability, the eyes in this case, but also use another sense to check for yourself if this prediction will come true. So yeah, and for the people who do want to predict the future, I would advise you to not predict death, because maybe you think you can handle it, but you can never unhear or unsee what you saw, and yeah, it could ruin your life. Not to be dramatic, but if you see you die next year, then you will live your life differently. And if you see you will die when you're very, very old, you also live your life differently than you would have now. And sometimes you're supposed to live it differently. For example, if a prediction just overcomes you. But if you look it up, yeah, you sometimes get sort of punished by the universe or by your guides or a nasty ghost who's already with you. You don't want that. So I'm always a bit stuck in the middle between the sayings live your life as if every day is your last, or plan your life ahead. Just find something in the middle. That's my advice. So I hope you enjoyed the explanations. Please tell me if you want to share that, if you have ever predicted something like that and what it did to you, what it meant to you. Don't forget to subscribe, and until next time.